Immortal One, the Starfall continent was indeed greatly weakened after the last planar battlefield. We no longer have many martial emperor, the minimum requirement to even enter the battlefield. We hope that the Immortal One can allow the Starfall continent to skip this round of the planar battlefield. My Starfall continent is willing to offer 200 Spirit Stone mineral veins, all for a little more time to recuperate. The planar battlefield is a rule jointly established by the Upper Realm. How can it be changed for your insignificant little Starfall? Immortal One, we have also prepared 10 top-grade Spirit Stone mineral veins exclusively for you. Sigh, your continent did indeed suffer heavy casualties last time. I can't just force you to the point of being wiped out. This is the last time. I will arrange for your Starfall continent to be placed in the next round of the planar battlefield. Excellent! After this round of rest and recovery, I am confident I can cultivate a new batch of outstanding martial artists. Yes, and with the time I bought, that group of youngsters from the strongest sect of all time will surely give us a huge surprise. Later. What's going on? Your Starfall continent has already been fighting on the planar battlefield for some time. How is that possible? We haven't even opened the spatial tunnel for your participation, and yet among Starfall's participants, 2 Level 3 red-named kill orders have already been issued. Level 3 red-named? Isn't that a kill order issued only after killing over 100 enemies? When did our Starfall continent produce such ruthless people? Meanwhile, on the planar battlefield. Undead King, it's time to hit the road. The Sect Leader brandished his new dustbin, that is, his new artifact from the system, the Heavenly Origin Soul-Suppressing Pagoda. He aimed it at the Undead King, who was still tied up and having his spiritual energy drained by the vacuum cleaner. The king was instantly sucked into the pagoda, and as he was sealed inside, the vacuum cleaner detached from his mouth, leaving him imprisoned in a new trap. How dare you remove the artifact that was constantly draining my demonic power? I don't know whether to call you bold or foolish. You think you can keep me trapped with a broken bucket? Today, I will show you the true power of a heaven rank expert. Trapped? I don't recall saying that I would spare the life of a demon like you. The moment he was inside the Heavenly Origin Soul-Suppressing Pagoda, its spirit attacked, striking him from every direction with karmic flame. So what if you destroy my body? My soul is eternal. Really? What is this thing? Why is it absorbing my soul? Your soul? This bucket's combat power is a bit off the charts. It eliminated a martial sovereign in a single breath. Even though this martial sovereign was already drained, it still proves the power of the Heavenly Origin Soul-Suppressing Pagoda. Number of trump cards +1. Daring to leave your stronghold with a level 3 red name, I'll be taking that 500-point bounty on your head, thank you. Attempting a sneak attack, he charged the sect leader but was instantly entangled by Woody's rope. He struggled furiously, but the bonds held fast, trapping him completely. Woody, go easy on him. He's only a Xian rank expert. Don't accidentally break him. In the beginning, I was so focused on killing enemies to expand our territory that I forgot to leave anyone alive for questioning. This is a good chance to pry some information about the planar battlefield from you. We're a newly arrived continent. Let me go. Our 9 Heavens continent is not an existence you can afford to provoke. I won't say anything. If you know what's good for you, let me go now. Later. So, the entire planar battlefield has at least 300 continents participating. Yes. Each continent must send a minimum of 2,000 participants. That means this battlefield has at least 600,000 martial emperors or even stronger warriors. This planar battlefield is teeming with more powerful enemies than I thought. Correct. And all continents are divided into 9 tiers based on their strength. The strongest are the 4 first-tier continents. The 9 Heavens continent, the Boundless continent, the Dragon's Roar continent, and the Azura continent. Throughout the entire planar battlefield, there are many secret realms placed by the immortals of the upper realm. Inside these secret realms are divine artifacts, resources, and martial arts, profound treasures we have never even encountered before. Moreover, when a continent's territory expands to a certain size, they can declare war on other continents. The victor can plunder the losing continent's resources in the real world, spirit mineral veins, and even the world's spiritual energy. As for the merit points, they can be traded directly with the upper realm. The feeling is magical. For example, when you exchange for a cultivation art, you're not given a manual. Instead, you instantly achieve great mastery of the technique. It's like having the knowledge poured directly into you. System, that sounds a bit familiar. Even I can only let you learn the cheat pathways and usage of a martial art. Reaching 60% mastery still requires your own development and breakthroughs. This planar battlefield system is a bit sinister. And after fighting those few experts, didn't you notice a problem with them? Their moves are incredibly rigid. They use the same technique over and over, and even after we've broken it, they don't change it in the slightest the next time. That's not a mistake a battle-hardened martial emperor-level expert would make. And the more powerful their moves, the stronger this feeling gets. Therefore, the first order of business is to inform all disciples that any merit points they obtain must not be traded directly with the upper realm. Good. Also, system, let me give you your first mission. Hack into this planar battlefield system. I was just thinking the same thing. Inside this planar battlefield, there's actually no spiritual energy to absorb. Not so. The spiritual energy on the planar battlefield is extremely abundant, at least 3 times that of the Starfall continent. It's just that within the strongholds, there is no spiritual energy at all. Inside a stronghold, there is no spiritual energy, no way to recover, no way to cultivate, no way to grow. There isn't even food or water. Inside a stronghold, besides slowly withering away and waiting for death, there is almost nothing one can do. Therefore, higher-level planes can even besiege and starve out lower-level planes. The moment someone steps out of their stronghold, they are surrounded and attacked. And that's not even mentioning the rule that you have to wait an hour before you can return. Good thing, I'm a stowaway. I don't have such mortal worries. Sect Leader, I'll bring you some roast duck for lunch. All right. Bring a few extra wraps. As long as Dudu and the others don't fully enter this place, they won't be bound by the planar battlefield's mandatory rule. One must leave the stronghold at least once before they can exit the battlefield. But I still need to prepare in advance. If we get pincered by other continents, the outcome will not be pretty. Meanwhile, the 9 Heavens continent. They're taking it too far. The people of the Blood Sea continent were under constant attack by forces from the 9 Heavens continent. As their numbers dwindled, their territory on the planar battlefield steadily shrank, leaving them with only a small, defensible area. With no spiritual energy, our wounds can't heal at all. We can't even use our spiritual energy to sustain ourselves without food anymore. Why don't we just go out and fight them to the death? It's better than starving to death in here. But there are several times more of them than us. Going out is just asking for a quick death. People of the Blood Sea continent, listen up. This emperor has grown tired of this hunting game. If you walk out now, this emperor guarantees that only I from the 9 Heavens continent will act. This offer expires soon. Let's risk it. He had promised to fight alone, without any interference from the 9 Heavens continent. Seizing the opportunity, the people of the Blood Sea continent surged from their territory to attack him all at once. But he dispatched them easily, one after another. The horrified survivors, seeing their comrades slaughtered so effortlessly, scattered and fled. Quick, quick! Scatter and flee! He's just one person, he can't possibly catch all of us. We must preserve the Blood Sea continent. All that's left are the yellow rank grunts. How boring! My boys. Kill them. You went back on your word. Went back on my word. Thanks for the compliment. Emperor Mo, the people of the Blood Sea continent have been wiped out. It's finally over. Wasting so much of this emperor's time. Next, it's time to reap the rewards. Blood Sea continent. Turn into flesh and blood, and nourish our 9 Heavens continent. This feeling of my bloodline being nourished is truly intoxicating. How's the search for the next target I sent you on? Any leads? Yes. Recently, a ninth-tier continent has suddenly appeared in the southwest. It's called a ninth-tier continent, barely enough to whet my appetite. This emperor doesn't care about its name. Just a piece of trash to be casually wiped out. I've brought over all the disciples ranked in the top 200 of the sect. If you exclude the top few, the rest are all martial emperor, which is yellow rank level. However, in our strongest sect of all time, fighting above one's level is a daily occurrence. At least 100 disciples can go toe-to-toe with Xian rank experts. Still not safe enough. I need to give the disciples a few more trump cards. Let's go with this. System, give me 200 of these to start. 200? Are you planning to slaughter all the surrounding continents? You just got here. You haven't even left the starter village and you're already trying to fight the server's #1 player? TSK, given our natural talent for attracting trouble, it's hard to say. Sensing a killing intent directed at their territory, the sect leader, Woody, and Xingchen were instantly on high alert. Such heavy killing intent! It's aimed at us. Well? Do you two think we can handle this? It's hard to say. From what I can sense, the leader of the opposing group is no weaker than I am. Damn it. Even if I give it my all right now, I only have 10% of my peak strength. Sect leader, what's happening? This one's in the bag. He hasn't even arrived, yet the sky has already turned dark and overcast. Qingyang, take this stack of talismans and give one to each disciple. On my command, everyone is to crush it. Woody, how many enemies are you sensing? If there are too many, I'll need to go out and set up a few formations in advance. 1. Just one person, and he dares to unleash such boundless killing intent. The 3 of us together can definitely take him. I'm afraid it's not that simple. To be radiating such intense killing intent, yet the man himself feels completely calm and tranquil to me. It's as if he's just passing by on a leisurely stroll. His face is like a placid lake, but his heart is like a prison, like an abyss. He's almost on par with how I was in my prime. Impressive. I've only met less than 100 people whose aura transcends their cultivation realm like this. 100 people? What? Have you never received such a sincere compliment before? Sect leader, let go of me. In my entire life, I've never lost when it comes to being arrogant. Calm down, calm down. Coming from Woody, that probably really is a compliment for you. Doesn't that just make it even more infuriating? You all have quite the nerve. It's been a long time since anyone could move so freely within this Emperor's aura domain. I just don't know if you 3 have real skill, or if you're simply not afraid of death? If you have the guts, suppress your cultivation to my level, and let's have a proper fight. Martial Sovereign is already a low enough realm. Does it need to be subdivided further? Have you ever seen anyone divide a single grain of rice into 7 or 8 pieces? Gentlemen, I am a heaven rank expert from the 9 heavens continent. So what if you're a heaven rank expert? Once I power up, I'll be at the peak of the earth rank at least. Isn't that still as low as the sect leader? Nothing to be proud of. I'm still standing right here. You 3, you're taking it too far. Sect leader, Woody, and Xingchen tried to launch a sneak attack on him, but he swiftly dodged their strikes, though he still ended up getting slightly cut in the process. Provoking this Emperor's anger, and in the instant I became enraged, they shattered my domain of peace. It seems the Starfall continent is no ordinary rookie continent. You 3. No, it's you. You're very good. This guy's combat awareness is incredibly strong. He dodged our sneak attack purely through his body's instincts. What do you mean, that guy? Show this Emperor some respect. Since you are also a heaven rank expert, I will make an exception and introduce myself again. This Emperor is Mo Shangxing from the 9 heavens continent, also known as the virtue-rewarding Taoist. I've come alone to pay a visit. It's nothing major, just to invite the Starfall continent to its death. Just you alone? That's not nearly enough. You 2 are not yet worthy of fighting this Emperor. However, this emperor will not discriminate against you. Your opponents will be the numerous experts of my 9 heavens continent. A storage device that can hold living people? Isn't that a man-trapping pouch? System. I know what you're thinking. This item shares a deep fate with us. However, there seem to be a few obstacles on my fated path to it. 500 Earth rank and Xian rank experts. 2 Earth ranks? Don't you know we have 50 Earth rank experts behind us? Even our 400 plus Xian rank cultivators are more than you can handle. So tell me, in what position would you two like to die? They've already set their formation. We can't be lacking in etiquette. Disciples, come on out. As the sect leader called out to the disciples, all the top disciples of the sect stepped forward and stood before them. All this fuss for just 200 yellow ranks? Do you not understand the gap between the Xian and yellow ranks? Crush the talismans. After the sect leader ordered the disciples to use their talismans, they all crushed them, and their cultivation instantly rose by 1 major realm for 1 hour. With their strength boosted, they charged forward and attacked. Heaven and Earth talisman fake. What's happening? This is a yellow rank? This guy is a top-tier expert even among the Xian rank. Within 1 hour, forcibly raises the user's cultivation by 1 major realm. Limitation: can only be used once per person in their lifetime. Maximum enhancement capped at the Martial Saint realm. Attention, our foreign guests. You are about to experience the highest diplomatic courtesy of my strongest sect of all time. 2 cultivators from the 9 heavens continent charged toward Qin Yang. Qin Yang kicked both of them back, forcing them to retreat. Once they regained their balance, they rushed at him again, and Qin Yang fought fiercely against the 2 of them at the same time. Meanwhile, the sect leader continued his assault, attacking the 9 heavens continent cultivators one after another. Each disciple has to face at least 2 enemies, and the inner disciples are even facing 2 Earth rank experts. For some of them, it's still a bit of a stretch. Moreover, this group from the 9 heavens continent is full of killing intent with every move. It's clear they are veterans of many battles. Do I have to wait for Woody to win his fight to break this stalemate? The risk is too great. Some of the disciples are already in a precarious situation. The 7 mystic light beam is too directional, its range isn't large enough. The myriad swords returned to the origin isn't precise enough. If I cover the whole field, I might accidentally injure our own disciples. Damn it! If only she were here. The All Time Sect disciples began to struggle against the 9 heavens continent cultivators, as each of them had to fight 2 opponents at once. You're just a mere yellow rank. I don't know what kind of evil art you used to hold off 2 Xian rank experts like us. However, your path of cultivation ends here. Just as the 2 were proudly mocking the disciples, Qianqian's cold chi froze them both. Seeing the opportunity, he used the 7 mystic light beam technique to shatter the ice. This ice is... Good kid, your timing is impeccable. Of course, the one with the best timing is... Qianqian? Weren't you supposed to be guarding the sect? What are you doing here? The planar battlefield is dangerous. I was worried about you all. Mainly, Rinshan suddenly mentioned that the sect leader's peach blossom luck might be running wild on the battlefield. And then I casually replied, that's absolutely impossible. And then Senior Sister Lu brought us over. Ahem, to support you, I had to bring some powerful experts. I just brought these few. Sect leader, that's not very fair of you. Going to war without bringing the Elder Council. After arriving at the planar battlefield with Qianqian, both the Demon Emperor and Zilin rushed forward to attack the cultivators of the 9 heavens continent. Excellent, with the Elder Council here, the pressure on the disciples has been greatly reduced. I really didn't expect to run into a major boss right after entering. By the way, where are the other elders? After a rigorous election process, I left those few to guard the sect. Why? Why did I have to throw scissors at that time? This time's enemies are surprisingly strong. I gave the disciples a little something to boost them, just so they could barely hold on. The enemies are all men. I knew what they said about peach blossom luck was unreliable, That's not necessarily true. Isn't my greatest peach blossom luck right here? Renshan, Old Gu, Qian and I are going to control the field. Renshan, from now on, you just keep saying, no one can land a hit on us too. Old Gu, you just need to stand on the side and say, how is that possible? Heavenly Flame, Mutual Generation. Combination. The sect leader and Qian combined their attacks. Qian's eyes fell like snowfall over the battlefield as both the disciples and the Nine Heavens Continent cultivators fought fiercely. When the icy snow landed on the Nine Heavens Continent warriors, the sect leader followed up with his holy flames, burning them and rapidly reducing their numbers. Ha ha! With your help, I can harm the enemy without hurting our own. Next, let's just slowly chip away at these 500 powerful enemies. This wave of enemies is all bark and no bite. I haven't even used my full strength yet. Ha! Finally, someone strong has arrived. Ha! Who? Who could have wounded you this badly? To think I'd be pushed to this extent by a mere yellow rank. But we Xian rank experts won't be defeated so easily. Our resources are beyond what you can possibly imagine. Behold my divine artifact. The God-slaying spear. Old Wang, sorry for bumping into you. This bunch from the Starfall continent is pretty fierce. Huh! Where's my divine artifact? What did my giant God-slaying spear go? After he was knocked back by his own Nine Heavens Continent people, the artifact he was holding slipped from his hand and fell near Rinshan and Old Gu, who were hiding behind the stone. This thing is all shiny and sparkly. It should be worth a good bit of money, right? Put that down. The owner might come looking for it any minute. After the first artifact fell near them, the other Nine Heavens Continent people's artifacts continued to fly toward them and fall one after another, leaving all the Nine Heavens Continent people confused. Hey, where did my bone-piercing, soul-chasing nails that took me 100 years to forge go? My saber? Where's my divine tier dragon-slaying saber? What's going on? I just turned around. How did my as-you-wish jade reed just vanish? Huh! My divine flying dagger is supposed to fly back on its own. How did it disappear after I threw it? How did my mystic iron heavy sword slip from my grasp? And how could something so big just completely disappear? Where's my Book of Heaven? I just had it tucked into my back waistband. No wonder I felt like something was missing. Turns out I haven't picked up anything today. Heaven offers a gift, yet you refuse it. You will instead suffer for this crime. Since you don't want these things, I'll gladly take them. The sounds of battle seemed to have quieted down. The elders must have joined in, tipping the scales in our favor. But they are one of the top 4 continents, after all. It probably won't be that easy to take them down. It's fine. Wudi, the Demon Emperor, and the sect leader are very strong. Oh, and there's Xingqian too. After seeing Wudi pushed back by Mo Shangxing, Xingqian stepped forward to face him. However, Xingqian also struggled against Shangxing and was eventually pushed back, unable to deal any damage. The gulf between the heaven and earth ranks is not something you can cross just by burning your own life force. Kid, you just stay put on the sidelines. If this were a fair and square one-on-one duel, I wouldn't even need to act. Wudi could beat you into submission. But since you won't be decent, then we'll help you be decent. Xingqian rushed toward him again to attack, this time with the Demon Emperor striking from the other side. You want to fight me? With just you? And this remnant soul? Seeing attacks coming from both sides, Mo Shangxing summoned his twins, one blocked on one side and the other on the opposite side. They grabbed them, spun them into the air, and then threw them back. The virtue-rewarding Taoist. The vice-punishing Taoist. You're clearly martial sovereigns, yet you'd resort to a 2-on-1 sneak attack. You're toying with Wudi like he's a worthless dog. Hey! I was just hit by one sneak attack. I just need to calm my chi and blood. I'm not dead. We were born as twins. Our combined strength is our strongest state. How can you call this a sneak attack? Besides, daring to be so arrogant on the planar battlefield without at least 4 heaven rank experts. You've already found your path to death. Both twins jumped toward Xingqian to attack, Get back! You can't take a combined attack from two martial sovereigns right now! Seeing both twins trying to attack Xingchen at the same time, Woody stepped in front of him to block their attacks alone. However, their combined strength was too powerful. Even though he tried his best to stop them, his previous injuries had not fully healed, and the force of their attacks sent him flying. Woody! Woody, quick, eat this pill! It's a treasure I just spent almost all my savings to exchange for. The backtrack pill! It said it can help you remember the password to your strongest old account. It will definitely let you beat them. Oh, you think you can beat us? This kid becoming even stronger would indeed be troublesome. We can't let you succeed. Crap! When the sect leader tried to feed Woody a pill that could temporarily restore his past cultivation, Mo Shangxing and his twin attacked Woody. The impact caused the pill to slip from the sect leader's hand, and as it flew through the air, Xingchen rushed forward and swallowed it. Xingchen ate it? My backtrack pill that I spent 30,000 contribution points on. Well, I guess it's barely acceptable. At least with him and Woody, two martial sovereigns, we can probably fight them to a standstill. I don't care what kind of spirit pill it is. I'll just kill you before it takes effect. After eating the pill, Xingchen closed his eyes. Mo Shangxing and his twin leaped toward him, trying to strike before the pill took effect. Just as their attacks were about to land, Xingchen suddenly opened his eyes and instantly teleported away from that spot, leaving them stunned. So fast. Did that medicine already work? Where am I? How did I get here? Where? Village chief, where are you? I'm scared. Did this kid just get so scared that he dropped to his knees, and that's how he dodged the attack? Where? Someone's trying to kill me. I want to go back to the village, wah. We're screwed. The backtrack went in the wrong direction. I thought it was some powerful trump card, but it turns out to be just a joke. Then today shall be the day your starfall continent falls. 7 Mystic Light Beam. Anyo! Get over here, I'll protect you. This attack has some decent power. If we were at the same level, I might not be able to take you down. But unfortunately for you, you're still not strong enough. Oh? Then what if you add this emperor? While he was mocking the sect leader's attack, Xingchen delivered a powerful punch to one of them, sending him flying. I never expected a 9th-rate continent like yours to actually have 2 heaven rank experts. But the 2 of us have been immersed in the heaven rank for many years. We're not novices like you that you can hope to stand against. After Xingchen sent his twin flying, the other one rushed at him to attack. He delivered a powerful strike to Xingchen, but Xingchen remained completely still. The shockwave from the attack cracked only the ground. It didn't deal any damage to Xingchen at all. Immersed in the martial sovereign realm for many years? And you're still at the lower void-shattering realm? You truly are useless. After his attack failed to deal any damage, he attacked Xingchen again. To be able to strike back after taking one of my punches. I suppose you're not entirely worthless. Xingchen stopped his attack and smashed him into the ground. Power! This is my real power! Arrogant fool! Taste our fusion technique! This emperor has recovered his strength. Shouldn't you two show some appreciation? The applause isn't loud enough. They should all be martial sovereigns, right? How is Xingchen completely dominating the virtue-rewarding and vice-punishing Taoists? In the 10,000 realms, the martial sovereign realm is also known as the void-shattering realm. The most significant characteristic of reaching this realm is absolute mastery over the attributes of heaven and earth, and a preliminary grasp of spatial power. After reaching the martial sovereign realm, the spiritual energy provided by the lower realm's continents is no longer sufficient in terms of quality. Therefore, after reaching martial sovereign, the main goal becomes shattering the shackles of the void and ascending directly to the upper realm. Those who have just entered the martial sovereign realm are called lower void-shattering realm cultivators. They can touch a portion of spatial power. These two, the virtue-rewarding and vice-punishing duo, are at this level. Barely at the peak of the lower void-shattering realm, I'd say. The next stage is the middle void-shattering realm. Martial sovereigns at this level have already reached the threshold to shatter the void and can ascend to the upper realm, though the success rate isn't very high. Furthermore, middle void shattering realm cultivators can already grasp a portion of the upper realm's energy. You can call it void force, or cosmic energy. Old Yi is at the absolute peak of this level. With just a small moment of enlightenment, he could achieve the upper void shattering realm and become a supreme expert among martial sovereigns. But this final step, some people can't cross it even in 100 years. Woody, the way you say that, it sounds like you're taking a shot at me. Trust your intuition. Are you just jealous because I'm stronger than you right now? In 2 or 3 years, you'll be back to polishing my gate. What's there to be jealous of? You're just jealous. It's no disgrace to be Emperor Ye's little brother for a couple of years. I just saved your life. It's not too much to ask for you to bow to me once, is it? I still had my doors that I hadn't brought out yet. I would have been seriously injured at worst. I wouldn't have died that easily. 1, 2, 3. There are 6 martial sovereigns rapidly approaching. Heh, you messed with our 9 heavens continent. You're all dead meat. Sect Leader, how much longer does my pill's effect last? About half an hour, I'd say. This is getting a little tense. I probably can't take them all down. Woody, back me up. Even if I can't kill them, I should be able to repel them. Huh! The aura on your body is changing again. Who has awakened me? What continent is this, that they can actually take down both the virtue-rewarding and vice-punishing Taoists? It's a small continent no one's ever heard of. They probably use some kind of formation, or maybe a demonic art that sacrifices lifespan. Heh, who cares what tricks they used? Let's show them what it means to overwhelm 10 masters with a single show of force. While the reinforcements from the 9 heavens continent were on their way to the Starfall continent to rescue their captured people, they were suddenly overwhelmed by a massive pressure released by Xingqian. All the sovereign-level reinforcements were forced to the ground, unable to stand, completely pressed down by the crushing force. What's happening? Where is this pressure coming from? I can't even move a finger. Warning! Warning! An energy source exceeding the battlefield's specifications has been detected. Forceful expulsion in progress. Please wait patiently. The lower void-shattering realm. A complete mess. But the repulsive force of this planar battlefield is a little interesting. The rate at which this cosmic power is dissipating. It seems I can't exist for too long either. Let me just leave some conveniences for my reincarnation's reincarnation. Starfall Continent's stronghold. What was that? Didn't Xingqian say his past life was just a martial sovereign? But that overwhelming aura just now, in comparison, the virtue-rewarding and vice-punishing duos seemed like children. Is the disparity between martial sovereigns really that great? He's no martial sovereign. Even in the upper realm, he would be a top-tier existence. Interesting. I didn't expect to find a primary school graduate among a group of illiterates. After capturing all the sovereign-level reinforcements sent by the 9 heavens continent, he brought them back to the Starfall continent territory and threw them in front of the Sect Leader and Woody. What's going on? These few are the martial sovereigns sent from the 9 heavens continent as reinforcements. They should make for some good bargaining chips for a few deals with the 9 heavens continent. For example, we could make the 9 heavens continent pay a massive ransom to get them back. These little cubs are average in strength, but they are still indispensable to the 9 heavens continent. No matter how high the price, as long as we're willing to return their people, they'll have to thank us for it. This old Ye's personality, I like it. Oh? Is this space finally getting serious? Detecting a cultivation level that exceeded its limits, the planar battlefield system immediately attempted to force him out. I wonder if I'll ever have the chance to see you all again in this life. I will be waiting for you at the end of the upper realm. This repulsive force is getting stronger and stronger. It might harm the Xingqian of this era, so I'll be taking my leave. Huh! This feeling? Could it be that before me, there was another? Interesting. A barrage of chains erupted from the ground and lashed out at Xingqian, binding him tightly. Sect Leader, get back! This entire world is trying to expel him. He Woody. It's been a long time. You, who are you? It's you! Once he was fully entangled by the chains, a massive explosion erupted, blowing a huge crater into the ground. Xingqian. What happened? Why am I in a pit? Weren't we just preparing to face the reinforcements from the Nine Heavens continent? Beautifully done, Xingqian. You've landed a huge deal for our All Time Sect. From now on, if I even leave the Nine Heavens continent with their underpants, you can consider it an act of my extraordinary mercy. I wake up and suddenly I'm a great hero. No wonder, of all the 10,000 realms, I had to descend upon the Starfall continent. It was because of you, and no wonder I feel so refreshed every time I beat you up. Every beating you've taken was one you deserved. Next time, I'll have to hit you even harder. Meanwhile, on the Nine Heavens continent. How is this possible? 7 heaven-rank experts were taken out in one fell swoop without even a fight? That was more than half of our foundation. And with how arrogantly our Nine Heavens continent has been acting, if the other continents find out we've suffered such a huge loss, I'm afraid. And what's even more infuriating, the Starfall continent actually turned them into a menu and sent it to us. The prices are outrageous, and they even have a chef's recommendation. There's even a minimum spending limit for a single ransom. This is too much. What do? We can only start gathering the ransom. At these prices, even if we only meet the minimum, it'll take us a long time to raise the funds. Since they're being unjust, don't blame us for being unrighteous. I will retaliate against them in the most brutal, most reckless way possible. I will make sure the Starfall continent is utterly annihilated. Ding! The Nine Heavens continent has filed a report accusing the Starfall continent of cheating and maliciously disrupting the harmonious environment of the planar battlefield. Under review. Reporting the Starfall continent? Isn't that the unregistered black household that appeared out of nowhere on the battlefield? Could it be that not only did they sneak in, but they also did something to upset the balance? Although I accepted your offerings and turned a blind eye, this report was filed by the 4th-ranked Nine Heavens continent. The offerings they give this humble servant are much greater than yours. Let me take a closer look at what's going on with this Starfall continent. Up until 2 months ago, the system was still normal. The countdown for Starfall continent's entry was still at 4 years. Where did it all go wrong? This system was created by several of the most powerful figures in the upper realm working together. There shouldn't be this kind of oversight. Who's there? No one? Am I so busy that I'm starting to see things? I'm hallucinating from exhaustion because of the Nine Heavens continent. They'll have to pay me extra for this. Found it. This is where the problem occurred. Someone submitted and approved the entry request for the Starfall continent ahead of schedule. This signature is Empress Ling Yao. Do you know your crime? Last time, you were punished with confinement and reflection for interfering with the lower realms. But you show no remorse whatsoever. What are you talking about? Stop playing innocent. It was you who violated the rules and dragged the Starfall continent into the planar battlefield. You didn't give them enough time to recuperate. What's even more infuriating is that you secretly acted against the Nine Heavens continent on the battlefield. I see now. You just want Starfall and Nine Heavens to become mortal enemies. Me? You think you can slander my good name with empty words? I knew you wouldn't admit it so easily. This is the aura of the intruder, intercepted from the battlefield system. Although you deliberately altered your aura, this power is from the same lineage as yours. What else do you have to say? This aura. The upper echelons have already made their decision. Your confinement time is doubled. I advise you to behave yourself. Yi. I never thought it would be your aura, this ferocious feeling. It seems you've recovered beyond my imagination. You're getting closer and closer to me. I hope you won't dodge this time either. The dagger I plunge towards you. I suddenly have a bad feeling about this. Sect Leader, do I really have to participate in this negotiation? You must. You're the one who won the battle. Your presence is needed to properly intimidate them. Fine, I'll go. But is all this really necessary? It's necessary. You have no idea. Skin has a combat power bonus. Nine Heavens Continent Stronghold. Elder, are you saying that our Nine Heavens continent has been accidentally caught in a struggle between a high-ranking figure from the upper realm and the Starfall continent? So, the fact that Starfall kidnapped and extorted our heaven rank experts, we just have to count it as our own bad luck? I know you feel wrong, but the official definition of this incident from above is that the Starfall continent is also a victim. Besides, your Nine Heavens continent has plundered plenty of resources from other continents. Just consider this a bit of bloodletting, Grand Elder. We seized those resources with our own abilities. Why should we hand them over to that inexplicable Starfall continent for nothing? Besides, didn't we give the largest share of our spoils to you? Sigh, I can only express my sympathy for your situation. How about this? Next quarter's tribute to me, you can reduce it by 20%. It's a deal. Did I offer too high a price? Grand Elder, this is bad. The Starfall continent is attacking. Such panic. What has become of you? Does that Starfall continent really think our Nine Heavens continent is a pushover? How many people have they brought? Only one. But he brought our 7 elders with him. This humble servant is benevolent, so I brought your delivery right to your door. Rolling my eyes is so tiring. And why does this ink smell so bad? Have you decided which one you want to ransom first? That's him? Why does he feel like he's only at the Earth rank? Silence! He took down 7 heaven rank experts in an instant. It's not that he's only Earth rank, it's that he's making you perceive him as only Earth rank. According to the Grand Elder, this person is a subordinate of Empress Lingyao from the Upper Realm, sent to stir up conflict between us and Starfall. He's only revealing his Earth rank strength now, probably because Empress Lingyao is being punished, so he has to keep a low profile. But an expert is an expert. You can see his extraordinariness in the details. For example, I can't sense at all how he's making those 7 men float in midair. There are no spiritual energy fluctuations whatsoever. Woody, your hidden cultivation art is truly amazing. They're this close and they haven't discovered that we're the ones carrying these 7 guys on our backs. Shut up! Didn't we agree that besides me, no one is allowed to speak in the public channel? I'm the director now. Everyone, follow my lead and let's put on a good show. Immortal One, we wish to cooperate with you to ransom our men, but the amount is truly too large. We can't gather it all at once. Immortal One? What kind of title is that? I don't know. Is it possible to get a discount? Who gave you the audacity to bargain with me? Ma Yongning, stir up a sandstorm. As expected of the Empress's subordinate, to be able to conjure up a sandstorm of this magnitude without a sound. And there's a faint sword intent mixed within the sand. This is it. He's definitely afraid of triggering the wrath of the Upper Realm again. Immortal One, we're all just working for our superiors. It's just that the Grand Elder and the Empress don't see eye to eye. There's no need for us to fight to the death. A gesture is enough. You are a man of great talent. Even with that black stuff on your face, it can't hide your handsome and suave demeanor. How about this? You give us a 50% discount on the ransom, and I'll give you a 20% kickback. This way, you'll also have something to report back to Empress Lingyao. Lingyao? I didn't expect her to be involved in this. In that case, out of respect for her, the ransom is doubled. Double it? Immortal One, isn't Empress Lingyao on bad terms with the Starfall continent? You're funding the enemy. If heaven wishes to take, it must first give. The will of those above is not something you can guess at. Zhou Hong, work with me. What razor-sharp sword intent. It seems the Immortal One is serious. TSK, why is there a faintly resentful undertone wrapped inside this sword intent? It seems even the Immortal One doesn't fully understand the Empress's intentions. This resentful sword, she feels like the grievance of someone who's been stripped naked. The Immortal One has it rough too. In the distance. Ah Hong, it's just borrowing your clothes for a bit. After all, in our whole sect, only your outfit kinda looks the part. But Sect Leader, you dyed it black. It will never go back. The worst part is, because of it, I actually broke through. I can finally infuse emotion into my sword intent. Isn't that a good thing? That means you've advanced into our sect's second tier of top experts. Even if it's everyone is second tier under Woody, but any other emotion would be fine. Why did it have to be resentment that entered my sword path? Whoa, even your eyes look resentful now. The sword cultivator's path is really this risky, huh? Li Fei, despair body, Qingyang blossoms in the wind step. Sect Leader, 13 holy flames. Use everything you've got. My patience is limited, and my anger is about to burst free. When that happens, I won't be as gentle as I'm being now. Either pay up or die. This is the ransom they paid? You sure you didn't get scammed? Absolutely not. I've already checked it. If anything, it's worth even more. Your eye for value isn't bad. I'll trust you on that. But it couldn't have been easy to haul all this back, because among them are several hexastar stone or veins that can't be stored in a spatial ring. As for the actual hauling, most of the hard work was done by Peiqi. Xingchen, I should report you for animal abuse. Peiqi, who would have thought you'd work this hard? Oink oink. So you're saying you're my first spirit beast, but your strength has fallen behind me, and you want to train yourself harder? Haha, Peiqi, with that attitude, taking you in wasn't a loss at all. Don't worry. From here on, I'll give you plenty of training opportunities. After all, as the pet of someone destined to become the strongest in all realms, you're bound to become the strongest sacred beast. Well, one of them, anyway. There's still little Long Long and the others. Peiqi really is born with the workhorse sacred physique. Xingchen, is this the hexastar stone you just mentioned? The spiritual power is incredible. It's 10 times that of natural spirit stone, and there seems to be some indescribable energy inside it as well. This is absolutely a cultivation treasure. The more the better. Sect Leader, you might want to turn around before you say that. Turn around? What could possibly dampen my thirst for spirit stones? Alright, having too many might be a problem too. This ransom has completely filled up our territory. The disciples have been squeezed out. With their average yellow rank strength, staying outside in the planar battlefield is a bit dangerous. Host, I've finished handling the battlefield system. This system is constantly monitored by people from the upper realm, so big changes are risky. But slipping in a few back doors for us is no problem. For example, we can now enter and exit the planar battlefield whenever we want. All related restrictions have been removed. Disciples, haul the money home. Sect Leader, even inside the sect, I never planned such a huge open area that could hold this entire little mountain range. Then what about hollowing out more of Ironbone Mountain? We already dug it out a lot when we were building the prison. If we dig any further, it might affect the mountain's structural integrity. Just how big is our prison? Considering the sect's future growth, we added some buffer space during construction. It can hold 100,000 troops. Qingyang, in your mind, how hated do you think our sect is, to need room for that many enemies? Host, you could browse the shop. There's an item that can solve your current problem. Prices in the shop aren't exactly low right now, and I just bought a backtrack pill. I'm not exactly flush with funds. Ironbone Mountain is our foundation. What's wrong with spending a bit of money on it? You need a broader outlook, understand? Then there's only this option. Let's hope it doesn't disappoint me. Special offer, 10,000 contribution points. This toy, is the terrain reshaper? This thing can alter the terrain? It feels a bit like a gag item. This item is absolutely worth far more than it costs. Just wait till your jaw drops. Weapons go stack on the training grounds. Treasures go in the guest rooms for now. Brothers still in the battlefield, slow down with the hauling. We're almost out of space here. Huh. Senior brother, are my eyes playing tricks on me, or did I just see a new mountain grow out of the back cliff? In the all-time strongest sect, having something weird happen is the most normal thing there is. No need to panic. If a new mountain growing is not normal, what if I said I saw a group of mountains dancing? Go get the sect leader. Tell him, Ironbone Mountain has become a spirit. You're saying new mountains keep growing and then shrinking back behind the sect? And there's not even the slightest tremor? Go tell Qingyang there's no need to panic. I'm just building the roof of the world, that's all. Back in the planar battlefield. Grand Elder, isn't Empress Ling Yao going too far? She suddenly doubled the ransom. Even your share had to be added in just to barely cover it. Empress Ling Yao's move must be part of some longer plan to deal with the Starfall continent. But now that her confinement has been tightened, she probably can't carry out the follow-up. So we're just going to sit and watch the Starfall continent snatch away all those resources without paying any price? I truly can't fathom why Empress Lingyao would rush to send money to the enemy like this. But that line from her subordinate, if heaven wishes to take, it must first give, does sound rather reasonable. Besides, if Starfall is destroyed, we can take back everything we gave them, with interest. Then, Grand Elder, are you saying you'll personally move against the Starfall continent? Nonsense. This old man is the very image of integrity. How could I stoop to such guard-turning thief behavior? However, this old man is feeling rather tired today, and from what I see, Empress Lingyao is also an upright person. Let her oversee this planar battlefield for a few days. I'm sure she will manage things well, and won't let any particular continent fall.